Hello everyone, welcome back to the ESL One Katowice offline qualifiers. We've had some fantastic matches already today, and we finally have our first team getting through to the main event with CLG winning just prior. But now, we're at that point we have to say goodbye to one team. We have Gamers 2 up against PiTER.
Yeah, and I mean, both these teams have really fought hard. I mean, the game against CLG 16-14, but then I say that PiTER worked so hard. You should have seen the crowd just swarming as the shouts came in. I mean, there was such motivation, especially from Hooch. Every round they won, even the rounds they lost, these guys were cheering. And I mean, I don't know if you guys know, but when Russians stand up and start shouting, everyone was like, what's going on?
It gets a little loud.
Yeah, it was intense. Yeah.
And, you know, considering that we have PiTER coming into us as a little bit of a mixed team with Hooch, you know, really being kind of the standout man for them, really getting them rallied up and really pumped up, which we'll see a little bit later on when you get the camera on them. It's really cool to see that, kind of bringing in some new people and have them really stand up. Ubeek as well did some fantastic work over towards that B site. But on the other side, we had Innocent put out some fantastic numbers. He went 36-19 up against CLG, and they had a really tough time that game. It was 15-7. And they came back 7 rounds straight to almost take it into an overtime.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see. It's basically a battle of Innocent up against Waylander. Because Waylander was hugely instrumental. 41 frags in their game. Admittedly, it was a quadruple overtime, but still, it was a fantastic performance from him. And you can see the brackets here on your screen. You can see that confirmed CLG spot. They have huge smiles on their face just walking around the event now, knowing that they've done it. That was it. That's all. It's got to
be a big weight off their shoulders, too. I mean, there's been a lot of questions in the North America region. Who's the #2 team compared to Cloud9 with iBuyPower kind of dying off? And I think CLG definitely showing that they're one of the top teams. Then, of course, we're going to have Liquid coming up a little bit later on. They have to kind of rise to the occasion, maybe join their brethren into the main event as well. And there's so many more good games to come today. I mean, this is only our 3rd one of the day, and yet they've been all fantastic. They've been all close games. There hasn't been a single stomp yet.
There hasn't been a single stomp yet, and that's a yet. I mean, looking at Gamers 2 and PiTER, I don't see another stomp coming anytime soon, because both these teams very closely matched, it feels. I mean, going off the back of PiTER nearly besting Titan, I don't know if that's going to be giving them that false confidence or if it's going to be that extra step they needed. They've got 2 mixers which can play on the minds of some teams, but I mean, that mixer was motivating them. He was the one shouting, and I mean, yeah, credit to Hooch, and also Ubeek, who you already highlighted, was a pretty strong individual as well.
Yeah, and I can't actually wait to see what map we're going to get for this one, because we kicked off the whole day with 2 cash maps at the same time. We had Dust 2 just in the one prior. But there's so many different choices that can come into this and play on the minds of the teams. For instance, Cobble is one of the maps that we're kind of looking at. It's been recently changed, and then recently changed again just yesterday, which it kind of gives you that factor of, can we surprise teams? Maybe it will slip through and use that to our advantage and maybe take some teams down, because they've spent that whole week practicing on that map alone.
I think you're right. I think Cobble's a question mark, as well as, I mean, the fact that we haven't seen Overpass either. Those new maps, they're getting taken away. I say new maps, but yeah, the new additions to the pool have been taken away quite quickly in the previous vetoes. So yeah, Cash, obviously a safe one. Inferno, a map that I'm surprised we haven't seen yet. It feels like a lot of teams are good at Inferno.
That's a good point.
So, I mean, that's maybe something I'm expecting to see in this one, but the fact that it's a best of 1 makes the veto so important. I mean, you talk to any player, and they just sit thinking, the game starts at the vetoes. So
yeah, 100%. I mean, you have to play a map you're comfortable on, but more importantly, you have to try to get a map at the same time that the other team isn't as comfortable on.
It's a hard balance to strike.
It is really tough. And when it comes down to those final 2 maps, you really got to think, are we feeling really keen on this map today? Are we feeling like the other team maybe isn't putting the practice they need into that one? And I mean, time will tell. The veto should be coming, any moment now. And if you were to look at this game, you talked about a little bit before PiTER, we had Waylander really step up, and I want to point out he was so damn aggressive against Titan. He was playing the B site on Cash, and he pushed almost every single time, and out of, let's just say 90% of the times him and Maniac clashed heads, he came out the victor. And I wonder, are they going to be able to punish him? Titan in that game, they didn't actually kind of finally figure out, hey, well, he's constantly shoving. Maybe we should just be aggressive. Maybe send a couple people there and just kill him when he pushes instead of allowing that. And that could be one thing that can really happen. Also, I was watching the game behind them, and Waylander, he got on tilt.
He did?
And their coach.
With 41 frags?
Yeah, that's the thing. No, but this is the important part. His coach was behind him, and he just, after he would die, would sit him down, like, I mean, I can't speak Russian, I'm sorry, but you can just tell. He was like, just calm down, let's just take a second here, think things over, because in a quadruple overtime, who takes Titan there that often, and not many teams.
Yeah, and I mean, it was exhausting for all teams. I will re-highlight it if you guys caught me earlier saying, Kenny S said he was exhausted. He was typing to his team, and I mean, and my broken French, I was reading through some of the messages, and you see them typing, and a lot of it was just calm, stay calm, let's go quick. It was like really just short messages. There wasn't too much kind of communication between the teams, because both of them it was like night and day. These huge, getting hyped Russians, and then these very calm, somber Titans. So I mean, yeah, there was different contrast there, and it's gonna be interesting to see how this one translates with if PiTER can maintain that momentum and that aggression that they had in their games.
It doesn't help when you have Hooch dancing on the other side of the table whenever they would win a crazy round. But yeah, it's going to be tough. Kenny S, definitely the man of the team to really carry them through. He had almost 60 kills in that quadruple overtime. I think he was at 54 when they switched sides and they ended up winning the game there. That's really tough to do game in and game out. And when you have all that pressure onto one man, just always having to step up, like in the one we just saw with COG, it was the battle of PiTER versus Kenny S, or PiTER S versus Kenny S. That really weighs on you. It really does. And I wonder if they're going to be able to step up this time coming into it.
I think you're right. I think it's going to be interesting to see how that one plays out. And I think the vetoes are about to go underway. And you can see Messioso on the screen, our handsome referee. And we do see the first map taken away, and wow, immediately getting rid of New. Anders is going to be crying somewhere, and he really wants to see that map at this event. And
it's such a tough map to play a best of one on. It really is.
It's such a risk. That's exactly how what we highlighted before, is actually just they're scared to take it away. Scared to play it in a best of one format because of that, the real chance that teams can just start running away with it. And we do see that third one taken away, Dust 2 taken away. We're not going to be seeing a repeat of the previous game we just saw. Now, the maps that are still open, we're talking about Inferno, we haven't seen that one. Neither is these teams necessarily incredibly strong. I have to highlight PiTER on Mirage. That was the map that they actually secured their victory and secured their place here. So they are fans of Mirage. And actually, we see Overpass taken away again. So Inferno and Overpass, that leaves Mirage and Cash. We've seen Cash twice already. We've seen PiTER on Cash again.
You know right now, Gamers2 does not want to give them Cash. PiTER, I mean, that scoreline is amazing out of them. Oh, they're able to pull off against Titan. I'm assuming they're going to be going for Mirage. Oh, they go for Cash. This is going to be tough. So both teams have already played it once today. Oh, no, they veto Cash. My bad. So they go for Mirage right there.
Yeah.
We haven't seen that play just yet. It's been banned out every single time. This is going to be interesting because Waylander, I don't know where he's going to be playing on this map necessarily, but if he gets a little bit aggressive, maybe he can catch him off. This is going to be a good one.
It is.
This really will.
It's going to be intriguing to see what Gamers2 bring to this one. Of course, their first game over on Cash. So both teams have already played it. And I'm sure, I mean, they didn't immediately ban that out. There must have been a little bit in their minds going, we've played Cash as well. We've seen them play Cash. Bear in mind, they finished their game before, well, halfway through the Titan game due to scheduling. So they basically came and sat behind both of those teams. So they probably had a good idea of what they were going to play, but no, opting to go for perhaps the safer option, debatably so, over taking it onto Mirage. Map we haven't seen yet, so we get to see that in our best of one format. And I mean, looking forward, individuals to shine for you. I'm guessing Innocent, because he was, I mean, I was talking to CLG, they just said it was just Innocent getting frags. It was just Innocent killing us all across the map.
36 and 19, he finished off that first game.
Exactly.
Innocent, also Spiro. I don't know, just for some reason, his ridiculous Deagle play on their eco round on Cash was fantastic. Picked up like a nice one dig, I think it was on the Kenny S middle, then picked up 2 quick kills right after that back on towards that A site. He could definitely be a really cool spanner in the works here for Gamers2 if they're not careful. But also, they have to be careful of middle, of the op battle that we might potentially see breaking down. And as you can see, the lineup for PiTER, we had Ubik and Hooch both coming in as kind of subs for the team because there's a couple of visa problems. And they weren't top frag or anything, but the energy they brought to the team was amazing.
Yeah, and that's a big part. It's a big way, especially when you're in this offline environment. That momentum is, I mean, it's probably a big reason why Titan struggled the way they did, and also a big reason why PiTER managed to push that game for as long as they did. So yeah, credit there. And there is the man himself, Hooch. He was really the most.
He's a funny guy.
He is a very funny guy, and he's a very friendly guy as well. As it's going to be really interesting to see if he can continue to motivate them. They're of course now on the stage as opposed to in that practice arena. So going into this one, they're going to have that stage experience. They're going to have that crowd cheering their name.
That's the thing. The crowd was cheering for Gamers2 against CLG. I'm assuming they're going to continue to go that way for the Polish team, and that's going to be kind of like the 6-man kind of thing, and it's going to be really kind of hard to go up against. I mean, you don't necessarily hear them completely, but you hear the rumble. You feel the rumble when the other team's picking up frags.
Yeah, and of course the roster there for you. Innocent, Minius, as I've been told to pronounce it, Spiro, Mouse, and Rallen. So, I mean, yeah, they had a tough game. They had a close game against CLG, 16-14 that one ended. But like CLG highlighted, it was really one man. They were put onto the shoulders of Innocent, and he picked up about 36 frags. So for him, it's going to be interesting to see if he can both do that again, but also if his team can come up behind him. There's the fragger below him was, was it Roland? Yeah, on 20 frags. So, I mean, there's a big discrepancy between top and bottom, second spot. So admittedly, that was their first game at this event, and they were on the stage. They had that crowd cheering them on. I mean, that's kind of going to do wonders for your motivation, but it's also going to put a whole lot of pressure on you as a team.
And one thing they've also shown for us is that they can play from behind pretty damn well. 15-7 against CLG on Cash, and then to be able to take 7 rounds straight. Like when you're under the gun, it's facing right at you. you kind of have to really perform right there or kind of already get that first loss under the belt. Unfortunately, you know, they didn't pick up the win, but they still showed quite a bit. They definitely showed the crowd that they're a team worth cheering for. But now on to Mirage against, you know, another fantastic team who's really surprised us. I mean, I think we can all kind of agree that PiTER, we didn't really expect to beat Titan, and we didn't expect to get really as close as it finally did, but they've also shown that this past, you know, week and a half or 2 weeks that they've had, they've really been practicing, they've really been hammering home their strats and really getting a lot of momentum building up to this event.
Yeah, and as a Brit, as a kind of an underdog lover, seeing the 8th seed of this group, just getting results like that against Titan, going to perhaps go great against Gamers 2, of course, remains to be seen. I mean, that's exciting.
And one thing that actually worries me a little bit here on this map is this is a very execution-heavy map.
Yeah.
You know, on that T side, and yeah, we did see they go up on T side first on the cash, and they put up, you know, some pretty good rounds. I think it was 8-7, so they took 7 rounds for themselves in that one. But I also saw a lot of like missed flashes, a lot of this timing, maybe some miscommunication because of having these 2 new people in the roster. So when it comes down to a map like this, you better kind of get those spanners out of this. So you have to make sure everything works correctly if you want to hit these sites and get the bomb down and inevitably pick up rounds.
Yeah, and momentum is going to be, I feel like I need to stop saying that word, but it's so key, especially in an offline environment. I mean, these teams, they're phased, they're right next to them. That is a place that plays on their minds, and teams can really start kind of tilting a lot earlier than they would perhaps online. So that's something to bear in mind. I mean, consider this, 6-1 PiTER started against Titan. They started with a bang. They picked up but the first buy against them, as well as that pistol round against Titan, and we saw how difficult that can be.
Even FaceCrack got a knife against Kenny S.
I saw your face when
I was just
happened.
like, that's got to hurt, but that's got to really bump your team up going into that. But they won also both pistol rounds on that map. And then going over to the side of Gamers 2, where they lost the pistol round on the first half and then won on the second. You know, I think it might come down to a little bit of that. You know, you get a nice 5, maybe 6 rounds on that T side. You can be looking pretty good come towards CT. And, you know, not to mention the qualifiers alone. The one we did last chance qualifier on Sunday and the one we did the week before. There were so many big comebacks on Mirage. So you can't count any team out no matter what the score.
Yeah, you're right. We're going to see some round discrepancies perhaps, and it's really, you cannot count a team out until they're out. We saw Titan trying to prove a point there again in just previously, and yeah, it's going to be an incredible game, PiTER versus Gamers 2. And of course, the loser of this is going home.
That's the
hard one. That's the hard one. I mean, yes, it's just 2 games in this best-of-1 format. We've already highlighted how important the veto is, but now we have that confirmed map. We haven't got the confirmed side just yet, but it's all coming down to these teams. The winner, of course, will have another chance.
Yeah, they will, and I think they'll be up against Titan. Not after this game, since we go into the lower half of the Group A bracket, but a little bit later on today, I believe that game will be coming your way. And it's gonna be a rough one. I mean, if we imagine PiTER getting through back against Titan, I don't think Cash is going to be allowed to be played.
No way.
So it's
we're not going to see that.
They have to show something here on Mirage to kind of put a little bit of fear in Titan's eyes.
I think you're right, and I mean, well, to be fair, Titan probably are fearing anyway. They're not happy with their performance. I'm sure. I saw Kenny S just after that game, and there was definitely not a smile. It was quite the opposite.
Let's just say there was a tweet from Exist from NIP saying, "I hope Kenny S' Swedish is pretty good."
Oh,
so yeah, if they don't qualify, I mean, that's got to be a big hit to their team. Kind of rebuilding after you know, Kelly kind of that whole situation happening, RPK coming in, really performing extremely well in Pantamera. Not to mention Apex really stepping up for his team, having quite a few frags. And again, you know, best-of-1 format, anything can really happen. Everyone claimed, you know, Titan, amazing best-of-1 format of Pantamera, coming into here and not looking so strong.
Yeah, no, not at all. Certainly not looking up to par. And now going into this, turning our attention to these 2 teams, a name that is going to stand out to me, of course, we saw great stuff from FaceCrack. He was picking up deagles whenever he felt he had the chance, and he was using it fantastically over on Cash. So expect to see a deagle in the hands of FaceCrack at some point.
I'm really curious how Ubik's going to do.
Oh, really?
There were countless times I saw him pull off so many fantastic 3-4 kills holding down the B site. I wonder if he's going to be able to do the same thing, maybe control middle a little bit, maybe see a little bit of double op play that we've seen in the past out of some of these teams. And how are Gamers 2 going to really challenge that? Is Innocent going to be able to maybe counter him a little bit? And we should be finding out, you know, momentarily here. I think the knife round will be kicking off in just a few seconds. But Alex, this is hopefully going to be a good game. I feel like it really has the build-up for it.
It's potentially going to be another one of those real down-to-the-wire games. You know, we haven't had a stomp yet, you've said that, and I want that to remain. I want this offline qualifiers to just be good game after good game after good game. And so far, so good. Going into this one, of course, Gamers 2, a team who got CLG so close, and now, of course, we saw CLG against Titan. CLG, to me, they looked like a very strong team over on Titan. So that says something about Gamers 2 straight off the bat. Gamers 2, they're in it to win it, and they also seem to be a pretty confident team. I was talking to them just before, and they're looking very calm, very cool, and they were not going to tell me a thing. I was like, so, what map are you taking? I didn't get a response. I think I've made some enemies already here at the event. But yeah, PiTER versus G2, and we have Mirage, a map which we know PiTER favor.
Well, obviously, get in touch with us, via social media. We have Facebook, facebook.com/ESL. Use the hashtag ESL One on Twitter, or just check us out at ESL on Twitter. Always let us know what you guys think. Always like to hear what you guys are really kind of up to, and who you think's going to win. I'm sure there's a lot of people out there. I didn't actually catch the number of viewers we have watching, but everyone rooting for their own. And I actually can't wait to get into the bottom half of the bracket now that I'm thinking about it. I mean, we have LGB versus Copenhagen Wolves coming up right after this. That's going to be a really cool game to see. Even Team Liquid trying to compete with their brethren Team CLG, like we mentioned before.
Oh, yeah, there's a whole lot of good games that are still yet to come today. And I mean, yeah, the Battle of the Americans is something.
That's what's so weird for me, because I'm American, but I live in Europe. But I always, inside just kind of root for those teams, because you want to see them do well. They've had such harsh things happening in North America with CLG, or not with CLG, sorry, with iBuyPower, but finally these new organizations coming around with CLG picking up a team. TSM, yeah, it's a European team, but it's nice to see these really big League of Legends organizations coming into Counter-Strike. But I think we're just waiting on one man to ready up here, and we should be getting underway.
Yeah, you were saying that CLG and I mean, we were talking to Lee, and he was like, "This is weird. I'm talking about CLG,
he just
TSM,
left League of Legends, and now he's got the same teams coming in.
Got exactly the same names. It's just, I mean, Cloud9, TSM, yeah, exactly. So yeah, that's fun from us, but it's also it's great from a CS:GO perspective. It's just advancing the scene even further. And I think we are going to be very shortly jumping into this one. All 5 players from either side are in the server and kicking this one off. Another individual to keep your eye on. I have to say, Waterfalls. That's I think he's very young, and going into this, he's going to see if he can. It is Waterfalls? Yeah, no.
Well, I mean, one thing to keep in mind here, guys, just to remind you, is we did have people just fixing a couple of problems. This is the last chance for one of these teams. One of them will be knocked out, and one of them will advance to play against Titan to have a second chance in this. And this is going to be such a close game here. The knife round going to be kicking off. And I feel like this is so much pressure put onto this round alone. Like, you need to pick up this pistol round, or not, sorry, the pistol round, the knife round, to get onto a comfortable side.
Yeah, so big one already. PiTER, already you've said how strong they are in the pistol round, so just looking to maybe get that slight advantage with the knife.
Yeah, no, doing nothing a little cheeky. I'm trying to get behind them a little bit.
We do like a nice cheeky knife round. Of course, we're not going to be bringing you too many exciting knife rounds. It's pretty much just people running at each other. As already, we actually see Gamers 2 starting to lose a man. Waylander's been chunked down, though.
See, I'm hoping, I mentioned this before about Waylander, he was very aggressive towards that B-side and cash against Titan. I'm hoping to see Gamers 2 adapt quicker than Titan were able to. And just kind of realize they're doing the same thing over and over again. I mean, we were just sitting there watching and just seeing the same thing constantly happen, and yet Titan didn't adapt. And if Gamers 2 can maybe do that, you catch them off guard, you might get an extra couple of rounds under your belt, and now Waterfall, last man. He does have a chance to pull this off, and it would be huge here for PiTER to open things up with, and I guarantee you'll hear Hooch screaming if it does. Close, but no cigar.
No cigar, and you can hear already the crowd is behind them, supporting that home team. And it's going to be intriguing to see how that affects the standings. PiTER so very loud on stage, then you have the crowd behind Gamers 2 as well. Then again, to credit to the crowd, they've been cheering and shouting for everybody here already. It's a taste of what's to come for Katowice.
It's quite a loud crowd. I mean, I was in another room, and I could still hear them cheering over the game here. And I believe, yep, you're going to be sticking on sides. So Gamers 2 on CT, PiTER over on the terrace side. I think we should run down the rosters one more time for you guys at home and everyone watching here who will be playing for either of these teams. On this side of Gamers 2, why don't you run us through what we got there?
We have Minis, Spiro, God, that's a tough one, Malzino, Innocent, and the last name is Rallen?
Yep, Rallen. And then outside of PiTER, we have Facecrack, Hoocher, Waterfalls, Waylander, and Ubik. And here we go, kicking off the pistol round. Let's see which team's going to pick this one up and get a nice advantage here in this elimination match.
PiTER have been so strong in these pistol rounds before. See if that can be knocked down a peg, perhaps by the G2 side. And already you can see PiTER have a bit of a game plan. Decoy comes out as well.
Yeah, they do have a couple of flashes to work with here.
Okay, so they're trying to position themselves. They're rotating straight away. You can see Ubik at the forefront of this one. They're looking to catch them up, pushing through, connect to the smokes there to obscure this. This is a beautiful little execute from PiTER as they just sneak into the site completely undetected. They aren't revealing their location, though, as they are on the hunt. It's going to get caught out surely, actually darting away. Waylander picks up the first. Looking for a second as well. Oh my, he's put so many bullets into him, not quite taking him down just yet. Innocent is going to be taken down. No, leaping from the heavens, Ubik with one. It's now a 3v3. And PiTER, they've got that bomb down.
Yeah, so after playing situation here, Waterfall sitting toward Tetris, making looking for the man who's defused his Spiro's going for, but he gets it. Ubik does shut that down and gets another here, and that's going to be PiTER picking up the pistol round.
Yeah, big scream already. PiTER starting as they mean to go on. So very influential in this side, and we see an interesting buy coming out from Hooch himself, as well as the T side. Nothing. Well, actually, I was about to say nothing. Look over on the side of Gamers 2. They're doing something we've seen a lot from PiTER as well, from CLG. Seeing that early double scout pickup. Here he comes again. Oh, he uses it beautifully. Minions with one. Not going to get the second. Waylander responding with the Galil. Of course, no armor there, so he was quick to be dispatched of. And now Ralen doesn't quite have the same weaponry as his teammates, but looking to do something with that P250. Getting close, and that's exactly what you need to do in a round like this. But already, level playing field. I say that 4v4, but no, of course, you see a full investment from G2 in the second round.
Yeah, I mean, the double scouts, it's such a strong thing to have. You even saw, heard PiTER talking about before, saying it's overpowered. Why would you not use it when you can jump and hit people perfectly? And Innocent here, the real man to step up against CLG. Looking to do something yet again here on this eco round for them. And look at that, PiTER grouping up maybe towards that B site. Ubeek might try to sell this this push towards A though. And Rollin, he's waiting to receive. Ubeek sitting on the smoke. He might get cut off here, Rollin. Oh, he spots out the shadow. Doesn't pick the first couple of shots here, and he will get taken out. Ubeek does secure that. But Spiro, out by B Hall, is able to pick up one kill. But no, he gets shut down here. Now Hoocher and Ubeek in a 2-on-2. And this is going to be tough for Hoocher to even get into the site.
He's got his weaponry ready. He's got full armor as well. But Ubeek is solo on that bomb. 35 seconds. They need to pick that one back up. Hooch can't quite get there without walking into the crosshair of Innocent. Malzino in a great position as well. They just want to catch him off. As now the two G2 members are trying to do their best to keep this site safe. Already Innocent down, Hooch looking good. And now Mazzino, 1v2, he has the weaponry. The bomb's going to be going down any second now. Unless he connects, he does. Ubeek now down, 1v1.
That's the bomb gone, and now Mouse looking for a second shot here. Maybe looking for that last frag on a Hoocher, who has 8 seconds left to get back in the site and get the plant. Looks like he will actually try to fake it out here. He's trying to go for the challenge, and now he has a little bit of time left. He should be able to get the bomb down. No, he doesn't have time anymore, and that's going to be a successful round for Gamers 2.
Well, successful, fantastic play from Gamers 2. Incredible stuff. They invested so very heavily. They surprised PiTER. It did come down to the wire, but at the end, they do secure it. An investment well played from Gamers 2.
Wow, fantastic job by them, and they tied things up here in PiTER. You could tell they were a little bit confused there. I mean, running with the bomb back towards Van, not going for the plant. It's really unfortunate, but they do have a glow. They do have an AK, so going for a little bit of a buy up here. A little bit of an investment. They do have head armor as well with these pistols. And there's 2 men waiting to receive, and there we go. Smoke coming in towards jungle. They're going to be able to charge straight in. They do have Mao's actually in shadow. He's able to pick up his first kill. Rollin, a secure one as well here. Mao's able to secure a second for his team. Now a third with Innocent. And now it's on the hands of Hoocher and Waterfalls, and now just Waterfalls.
Yeah, and PiTER side's just crumbling now. G2 have got some wind in their sails, and they're going to get the next frag again. Innocent is the one to pick that one up. And he's starting the same way he did the previous game. Top of the scoreboard, 6-2. Innocent looking pretty convincing already. And on the other side of the scoreboard, 0. Spiro yet to get off the starting line, but that's expected. We're, of course, only 3 rounds in. And Gamers 2, off the back of a fantastic double scout play, are looking to try and advance this lead as best they can. PiTER, of course, on a full eco now after that kind of shaky 2-weapon buy in the previous round.
It's really scary seeing Innocent already having those 6 kills. Just how impactful he was up against CLG just prior. And Spiro looking for a couple of cheeky scout shots here. Not connecting just yet, but in the way they still have guns, and PiTER does it. Innocent picks up the first kill on Hoocher. Maybe looking for the second on the face crack right under him. But they're playing some smart, playing it slow, and oh, Spiro nading his teammate here.
Oh, Spiro hasn't got a kill yet, but he in fact takes his teammate with him. As it doesn't look like it's going to cost him too much, as you can just see Waylander, last man stand, just a Glock, trying to take something away from Spiro, but he's going to surely walk into that scout crosshair any second now. No, catches him off guard. Switches. It's actually Ralen to keep him safe with the FAMAS, babysitting his teammate quite nicely there, and that brings that 3rd round home. And so now this is another test for PiTER. You see the investment over on the side of Gamers 2. It's going to be interesting to see if maybe Spiro can avoid nading his teammate this round.
It would help. Yeah. I think it would help quite a bit here, but they do have an op though. They're able to have that advantage over PiTER, and unfortunately for them, this is going to be a really testing round for them. First gun out of the game for both these teams. AKs in hand, they have quite a few smokes and flashes to work with. And most likely just going to be taking their time here, and I'm actually seeing a nice little push coming out of the B halls. Just try to get really aggressive there to catch him out if PiTER do go for that route.
Oh, face cracky was very strong on Cash. Can he do it again here now on Mirage? Just looking to carefully pick apart the side. You do see that CT smoke obscuring the view from Connector. That's going to slow down face crack. Spray comes out from Innocent. Does make his whereabouts known though. Now still, suddenly the frags come in. Minius first to pick up onto Hooch, and face crack quick to respond again. So the AWP now known. Minius, his whereabouts too. And so now you can see 59 seconds. T side, they are in no rush whatsoever here, Jason.
Yeah, no rush at all, and they know where the op now is. They can kind of play around that if they want to. It's actually back towards B here, towards Van Waterfalls. He might go for the challenge here, and Yes, he needs some sort of backup. There's actually no one in the vicinity to help him out here in Ubique. I think he's trying to sell a fake towards A.
He's trying to sell it out, but he only has a flash to do it, so throwing that one out, that's his convincing done. Muniz doesn't connect the shot he should have. Picks up for it though onto Wayland. A quick response as Waterfalls falls down. And now Spiro yet to pick up a frag. Nade doesn't quite connect either. Mouse has already taken down his teammate. Great pick from him. Face crack now down and out, and it all falls onto the shoulders of a very heavily tagged Waterfalls.
This is going to be rough here. 23 HP. He could potentially pull this off and really build up his team. Gets the first kill on the Mouse, but he can't get Spiro. And that will be Gamers2 securing their 4th round of this first half. And compared to Gamers2, Ubique, he was going for like the kind of fake towards A, trying to go for that flank roll, but he got picked off, and that took the pressure off of Gamers2 to allow him to put all their attention towards retaking the site. So again, 4-1 here for Gamers2, off to a strong start.
Yeah, and PiTER, they kind of picked with a pistol round and have nothing more to show for it just yet. As now G2, after that fantastic second round buy, kind of trying to run away with it, and we see an intriguing investment from Rylan on your screens. Now you can see that auto sniper been picked up. Now I'm intrigued as to where they're going to place that.
This is tough. Like you're not going to be able to push past an auto sniper at that A site unless you completely smoke him off, and even then he's going to be able to spam through it. So this is pretty much just locking down that A site here. PiTER going for the buy yet again. They do have 1 Galil, 4 AKs, and a lot of nades to work with, but really struggling, like you're saying before, to get some sort of momentum going in this game. Especially you pick up the pistol round, you expect to maybe pick up the next round, not really kind of predicting the double scout that really caught them off guard.
Yeah, now already time ticking away for PiTER, and they haven't really made any sort of progress towards the side. They're actually back to spawn. Change of plan from the side, from the Russian side, sorry. Mouse and Rylan, they're yet to reveal their trick or ace up their sleeve.
They've only got 1 smoke though to make this work, and that's gonna be tough. They're gonna be depending on picking up these kills on these entry frags.
You can see just lying in wait. Mouse just going to throw out the incendiary as best he can, try and put some fire under the toes, maybe rush them a little bit. Already face crack with 1, here comes the spray. Rylan making that auto sniper work. You can't see too much, but he's just using it through the smoke. He gets another one! Oh, pulls the trigger at the perfect time. Another frag, and the rest keep coming. Hooch tries to equalize.
And he finally respawns, able to secure a kill here. It's now 2-on-2, and they have to be careful. Rylan with the auto sniper slowly push up. He's looking for maybe the bomb, but not expecting exactly where he is, and they do successfully get that down. But can they get more? Wayland to go for the chase. He gets the kill on a Rylan. And Hoocher closes things out, securing PiTER their 2nd round of this first half.
Oof, PiTER, they did get caught out somewhat by the auto sniper, but it wasn't enough, and that round
Those fantastic shots in the smoke.
Oh,
that was amazing.
He couldn't see a thing, just using his teammates' communication and his own in-game sense to pick those up. And so, Gamers2 finally don't pick up another 4-2 as PiTER try and close that gap.
Rylan back on the auto sniper though. And not back in the hand of Spiro. I was actually kind of surprised to see PiTER not pick up an outboard auto sniper. Count challenge auto sniper, a little bit more difficult to work with here. But PiTER finally securing another round after losing 4 straight. But what can they do off the back of this?
Kind of rinse and repeat from them. FaceCrack has been doing this push very commonly. This time Spiro takes down Waylander already. 1 man down now for the Russian side. A second Waterfalls meets a similar fate. And now all of a sudden PiTER have very little to work with. Even less now as FaceCrack goes down. Just 2 remain. And G2, cool, calm, collected. Collect 3 frags.
They do, and now it's a 2-on-4 here. Spiro is about 27 HP, but Hoocher able to open things up with the first frag for them. Over towards B, but the bomb is down in middle. And this is going to be tough for them to really, claw things back in this. Let's see. Ubique pushing towards A ramp. If he can pick up a kill or 2 here, this would be fantastic, but it's going to be tough. He's got Mouse off in shadow. He's got Rylan back in spawn. And he spots out the auto sniper. Now they know where he is. Rushing with that Tech 9, doesn't get the kill. And now it's all in the hands of Hoocher, 1-on-4 with 35 seconds to go.
Yeah, and he's only just got back to that bomb. After the fantastic openers from the AWP play from Spiro, he's just going to have to try and retrieve those explosives and maybe take a couple of G2 members with him if he can. You can see maybe about to walk in. Rylan again using that auto sniper so fantastically. Another bullet and another kill. 5-2 now as Gamers2 extend their lead. We're only 8 rounds in, of course, and that CT side, it does favor them, as we are going to see perhaps a full eco. Now we're going to see a slight investment from Ubique, going to be picking up that Tech 9, but other than that, P250s and Tech 9s, and PiTER perhaps going to try something a bit different here. You can see a big stack heading towards that A site.
Maybe going for the catch here, and one thing we were kind of pointing out is Gamers2, can they adapt quick enough? Because PiTER, they're very repetitive in the way that people move certain areas and kind of go for the flanks, and it seems like Gamers2 have been able to finally get the read here, and FaceCrack trying to maybe get a pick off onto Mirage over here towards B, but P250 up against the M4, and he will win out in that duel.
Yeah, I wouldn't fancy my chances if I was FaceCrack. Said he does good work with the Deagle, perhaps not so much the P250. As already, PiTER at a disadvantage. It doesn't look like it's going to go too well for them. You're looking to get something. They know Spiro likes to hang around that short area, and he's there again. Surely, P250 v AWP. I think I know who I'd put my money on, but he's not going to overextend just yet. He obviously won't be anticipating the boost. Is he teasing us? He is.
Exactly. And that might be exactly what they need for PiTER to pick that up, but they actually do cancel the boost just a little bit too early. And Innocent coming in from window, spots out one, spots out two. He's going to secure both those kills, and Rollin gets the last one of the round, getting Gamers 2 another round on the board.
You can hear the crowd already straight on behind the home side. Gamers 2, it must be motivating them. Just hearing that cheer after every single secured round really must be good for them. And as long as it's not playing on the mind of PiTER, it's all good fun. You can see again, Tech9s are not willing to buy again. As money is a little lacking for the Russian side.
That's kind of what happens when you lose so many straight, then you win one, then go back to losing. You don't really have the economy to support another buy. It looks like we'll have a couple of set smokes. They do have 3 smokes, so they're going to be pushing towards A here. They're going to smoke off that jungle stairs and CT spawn. But you got to keep in mind that auto sniper, not to mention 4 men, 3 in sight, another one in window to really kind of rotate around and help out. It's going to be so tough to take, but here we go. Smoke's coming down, they're going for the rush.
And Radon's going to try and do it again. Mouse is the man to step up to the plate this time. 2 kills before he does eventually get put to bed, and Innocent is quick to respond immediately onto FaceCrack. Radon just hip firing. Who needs to aim in with the auto sniper? Ubeek's the only real man left alive. Let's see how much he can do. He's picked up 1 already, does have health and armor. He's pushing into Rana, takes another with the Tech9. Suddenly it's a 1v2. And he has been chunked down. He's going to be taken down by Minis. And another frag this time on the board for Gamers 2. It cost them 3 kills though. I mean, that was an efficient eco from the PiTER side. Yeah,
it's just unfortunate they couldn't get the bomb down for that little bit of extra income. They haven't yet been able to run an AWP or any sort of sniper in this so far, and that's kind of hurting them a little bit. But we have Innocent at 11-5 on the scoreboard, Rollin at 9-5. And aside for PiTER, I mean, Ubeek 7-8 really kind of stepping up for his team, but Waylander and FaceCrack, who were really doing amazing work on Cash against Titan, are struggling behind.
Yeah, they're not doing too well, or just yet anyway, of course. Gamers 2 just using that advantage CTs to possess. And the bomb's loose. You can see PiTER, they're trying to do something different here. They don't want to commit to that B site, but they do want to eliminate the AWP from the equation.
Yeah, look at this. I mean, Spiro, he knows they're going to be coming from underpass, at least sending 1 or 2 men there every round. And FaceCrack is going to get his head completely knocked off. And that is going to be a kill advantage here for Gamers 2.
Yeah, we'll see if they can extend it now. Spiro has revealed his location, but he's going to get kind of perhaps closed in by the PiTER side. You can see Hooch is trying to fill his dead brother's shoes. His FaceCrack has been doing the same thing every time. Rala, in the meantime, has picked up another. And they're just hungry to get that AWP down and out. And they do. Waylander snatches the AWP out of his hands with a nice pick. Again, the second onto Innocent. Suddenly it's a 3v3, and we're level.
Yeah, that was a little weird right there for that little transition that he did, trying to get back in towards window. But Ubeek coming in from Palace. He has 1 man in sight and 1 man over towards A ramp here. Oh, if he picks up the skill, it'd be fantastic. And he misses the first shot, but he gets it finally on a mouse. And that gives a man advantage back to PiTER.
Yeah, and look at Ryan. He's in a great position to catch them out, but it does rely on that bomb not going down on B. And look where Waylander's going. He's got his eyes set on the bomb, and looks like Minis has kind of been fooled here.
Yeah, this little cell that Ubeek's been able to do with the kill is amazing, but he's able to pick up the kill there. Now it's back to 2-on-2 with the bomb. It's made its way towards B. It will get planted here, and we will be in an after-plant situation, but Hoocher going into kitchen. Oh, he hasn't been spotted out. He could pick up a fantastic kill here.
Oh, Minions, you need to check your corners. He's going to get caught out again. Great play from Hooch. And all of a sudden, Ryland 2 to find. Doesn't have this auto sniper to fall back on. And he's just going to see if he can do the same thing again. This time with the M4. Does connect a good load of bullets to Hooch. Does have to fall back to his pistol, though, because he knows just how little health Hooch has remaining. He's just playing Ring Around the Roses. Picks it up and now snatches the AK. Suddenly, a 1v1. It's all becoming all too realistic. He's looking for Waylander. Not going to happen as the crowd lets out a deep sigh as another round picked up for PiTER. 7-3.
Yeah, Waylander able to secure 3 kills that round. And, I mean, yeah, they did win the round, but it wasn't as one-sided as they would expect. I mean, it's very costly for them. It's still going to hurt their economy down the line. But look at this, Waterfalls, AWP in hand. We might finally see a little bit of a challenge. Rollin, auto sniper yet again towards this A site. I actually just want to see where Waterfalls will be going if he's going to get the challenge. He's actually heading over towards middle. Maybe looking for that push. Maybe catch out his teammate.
Maybe they kind of have the mindset like we've been pushing the same thing again and again and again. You can see the FaceCrack, he's doing the same thing. I don't know how he hasn't been kind of realized that they know, they're fully aware of the push that he likes to take. And Flash is coming in. It's actually Innocent, not Spiro this time. The AWP has not been picked up from G2. And that's going to give them a little bit of breathing room over in the middle area. That's where the bomb is as well, this time in the hands of Waylander. And PiTER, they're going to have to try and find a pick. They need to find something, an avenue into one of these sites.
And FaceCrack, he's trying to maybe move in towards that A site. Like, he would have a fantastic flank onto the people there if he could pull it off, but bomb make his way towards T-spawn. It's going to be an A hit here, and there's 2 men waiting to receive. They have smokes, they have everything they need to accomplish this, but they have to disable Raw, and they have to get the auto sniper out of his hands.
And the best way to do that is with smokes. Just make, well, I say that, he picked up 2 last time they smoked him out. We'll see if he can do it again. Gonna get himself up on the booth to see it over it. Flashes come in as well. They really want to lock down this auto sniper, but it's not going to be enough. Gets one, looking for a second as well as Innocent's there, and all of a sudden the bodies are hitting the floor. Mouse again. G2 just picking up 4. Waterfalls have very little to say about it. Just take Innocent with him as another round on the board for Gamers 2, and they look on point. This is a map we already highlighted. PiTER are very strong, or have been in the past. Already 8-3 on that T side, and they're going to have to go for another eco.
Yeah, Rollins securing 3 kills there, and he's on 14 and 6. I mean, he wasn't doing amazing things earlier on. He was actually at 20 and 20, dead even against CLG, but he's really stepping up for them now. Running up yet again here towards that B site with Minyas, and it's going to be a save out of PiTER for another round. And this momentum, it's clearly in the hands of Gamers too. I mean, PiTER, they can pick up a round every once in a while. Clearly, they've gotten 3, but they struggle to get consecutive rounds after that, and that's what they need. That momentum built up for themselves to really start to knock down some T-sided rounds here.
Looking for the same thing again. Innocent doesn't have the same weaponry as before. You have to use that FAMAS. He's going to surely take 1. He does. It's a 1-for-1 exchange. Waylander, wow. 1 bullet, 1 kill. Innocent now down. And I mean, G2, they're doing the same thing every round.
Oh, Waylander got knocked down so low in health, 16 HP. Even FaceTrap got taken down to 52. But they do have the gun in their hands out of Hoocher now. So they could make something happen from this, but they got 55 seconds left to work with. And they got 4 men and an auto sniper to worry about still.
Yeah, and they know Ralan's still got that weapon in his hands, and I'd be terrified if I was them. On an eco especially, that auto sniper can just tear through them. Minyas does start getting pushed out on that B site. Nade is going to do a whole lot of damage if they continue to push. They don't. And so now, 39 seconds, suddenly PiTER realizing that time is against them, and if they can get that bomb down, that would give them a little bit of extra cash in their pocket.
Yeah, and smoke coming down from Minyas yet again. That will kind of halt this push, but they're going to have to go through it. They have to rush through the smoke here, and Hoocher leading the charge, maybe looking for that first kill in. The rotates already come out. They've kind of left this B side here. You see Minyas trying to come back, all of a sudden realizing, no, they haven't come A just yet, and Hoocher picks up the first kill, maybe looking for the second on Spiro, over towards Katowice, but the bomb, most importantly, will get down.
That's what PiTER wanted, and they get another frag. All of a sudden, this could very well become a reality. Just 2 remain, Mouse and Ralan. Yes, they have the armor and the weaponry, but already PiTER have picked up 2 of themselves, Hooch and Waylander. Get those up from the corpses of the dead CTs. Nice play from Mouse, levels it out somewhat, 3-2. They need to retake this site, and they need to retake it fast.
It seems like they're actually going to go for the safer Ubik, though. He's going to get caught out by Mouse, who, looking in his general direction, spots him out. Doesn't get the shot just yet. Eventually does clean him up. But that will give here PiTER another round on the board, 8-4. And that was an eco for them. That was fantastic play. I mean, Hooch just kind of jumping, getting the Glock shot onto the man in window was really able to kind of get them going, not to mention the kill on the Minyas in the site.
Yeah, I mean, that was a real strong play from PiTER. They kind of, it was admittedly credit to Hooch where it's due. He walked through that smoke. That's something a lot of players would just, they'd look at and they'd go, nope, not going to do that. There's an AWP around there. Instead, though, he just pushed through. He knew that the time was against them, and he did get the pick that opened up that site. So great play there from Hooch, who's just been shouting and screaming since he got here. And now 8-4, 13 rounds in, and PiTER, they have the money now to pick up that AWP for Waterfalls. Can he find something is the question that should very shortly be answered. He knows Spiro likes to play that AWP or any weapon he has around that short area. Innocent in window. So, I mean, it is very rinse and repeat from Gamers 2. They're not changing anything up, and perhaps they don't need to at this stage.
Yeah, not just yet, and they're making things work for them. 8-4 is not a bad scoreline so far, but they want to close things out. Look at this. This is going to spot him out the help with the smoke. Gets the kill in the Waterfalls, and using the smoke against the team that threw it. A fantastic play by him right there.
That was just additional wall for him to hide behind. That's all that was, and he managed to find the angle to pick that one up, and all of a sudden, once again, G2's so good at these opening frags.
Oh, Spiro. That should be easy kills for him. He gets the first on the Waylander. Maybe rotate out of this, but that house working wonders for him so far, especially on this catwalk. And now Hoocher. It's all in the middle. But this could be a big kill if he can get the onto Innocent. Nice face crack inside a counter. He has Ubik, I believe, was pushing on Palace, but he gets taken down here. Now face crack does get the kill on a Rollin, but he will be dropped right away by Innocent. And now it's all in the hands of Hoocher here, 1-on-4 with that AWP in hand. And he's most likely not going to be able to save this, but he cuts out Spiro, but no, Spiro gets the kill. And Gamers 2 are making this look too easy.
Oh, Gamers 2 just know how to use smoke. 2 frags there picked up through smoke grenades, and so now 9-4, the numbers still stacking against PiTER. We can see they are looking for anything they have here in the 14th round. We see actually Hooch just snatching the SSG, picking up the Scout, as well as a Tech 9 for Waylander. So they want to do something. He's actually invested in armor as well. See what he can do with it. Oh, he's going to find one. Not quite going to connect the bullet, though. Trying to chunk Innocent down as best he can. Nothing to show for it just yet, though. 1:30 now. The T-side have an entire round to play with to try and pick apart the CTs, but it's not going to happen. Look at the frags just come raining in. Innocent with one. Ralan taking another. And I mean, PiTER, they're just shaking their heads. They have not got an answer just yet.
Just like a 1-2 punch. They get one kill, immediately pick up a second right after that, and they are punishing PiTER as much as they can. And FaceCrack and it spammed down there in towards underpass and dropped on Innocent, charging straight into him. And now all on Ubik, 1-on-5, playing with the plants, realizing this is going to be tough for him to do anything with it. And that's looking like Gamers 2 going to come out with 10 rounds.
He had some flowers for his Valentine there, just celebrating on this special day instead of playing the round. 55 seconds, they're just on the hunt now for this lover boy.
Oh, and just missing the shot there, but they know where he is. Easy kills coming in. And there we go, 10-4.
This is the fantastic play from Innocent. Look at that, just a 1-2, 2 headshots, 2 kills. Fantastic play from the G2. I mean, the window play as well. That seems to be all he does. They know he's going to be there. FaceCrack has no answer just yet for him.
Yeah, he's doing a really good job of, when they don't have that op in hand on Spiro, they put him there in middle, and with the M4, he's pretty much acting like a sniper there, really shutting down PiTER. But here we go, into the last round of this first half, and PiTER, they need this round, but it's going to be a little bit tough. You're not really everything they have to spend. They do have 4 AKs and that Galil in hand. And again, Rollin, I mean, he's just completely locked down that A site. That auto sniper is doing wonders here.
And I mean, this score speaks for himself. The fact that he's continuing to buy it as well feels like it's an effective play from him. Nice play from FaceCrack, though, opening up onto Innocent. That's a big player down. And now they're just looking for the remaining. Mouse, they know he plays Dark quite commonly. Rarland in the same position as well. As he jumps up looking for one, Mousino gets it as well. G2 just doing it again and again and again. Another frag. Waterfalls is the man to meet his demise, and now all on Ubik to try and secure this 5th round for his team. He's kind of caught out in the center of the site, and his team, the CTs are just backing away. They know, the pressure's on, and we're not going to get caught out at any point during this game.
He's got time to work with here. He does have the bomb, so he could potentially get the plant off, but credit to Ron there to play that one extra safe, like you were saying, and now they're going to push in for him, looking to get the kill. After plant situation, 1-on-3. This would be huge for Ubik if he could pull this off. Here we go, looking towards CT spawn, looks out Ron, gets the kill, now he's going to have a man rushing into him, but he can't get it onto Spiro. And that would be 11-4 first half here for Gamers 2.
The patience for the high five, I respect that. Managed to pick it up, gets the celebration from his teammate, and we do have our halftime score. Gamers 2, 11, PiTER 4. Fantastic first half from the Polish side. The crowd are happy, so are Gamers 2. And PiTER, they don't seem too faced. You can see them on your screens there. Just kind of communicating, deciding what they're going to be how they're going to be treating this CT side. And we're going to be going straight on into our second half.
Just thinking back to the Titan game that PiTER played, Hoocher wasn't this quiet before. He was, even if they were losing, he was just kind of riling them up, getting them excited and pumped up. But right now, not a word coming out of his mouth, and that makes me really worry for PiTER. But on the CT side, the more favorable side here, I'm going to find out if they can lock down these sites and take it, well, at least a couple rounds in their favor. They have really been yet to be able to pick up 2 rounds in a row. They have yet to do that.
It's not happened once. See if today is the day, or this half is the half, as we go on into this one. Of course, this is a very important pistol round as well for PiTER. They want to start closing that gap and start closing it as fast as they can. Pistol round is that first step they need to take already. Innocent following in FaceCrack's footsteps and just taking the underpass. This is going to be a slow one. You can see PiTER, they've got an interesting defense position. Not the same, not similar to Gamers 2, but they're doing a very similar push. They're pushing through, connector. Waylander here to receive. Actually backing away from that one, realizing the numbers are stacked against him.
He just jumped over his head!
He jumped over him! Oh, he's not got a clue. Waylander's just searching through the smoke, desperate to find a kill. He finally does onto one. As Marzino is there as well as Rarland. And Gamers 2, they're looking good.
They're looking fantastic here, 4-on-2 situation, and they're picking up kills left and right for FaceCracker. Now he's all by himself in a 1-on-2. This is going to be tough. He's looking like, oh, he gets it. That's bomb now down with 50 seconds to go. And it's all in the hands of Spiro to win this pistol round here for Gamers 2.
Both of these players have picked up 2 this round. This is the hungry player looking for the 3rd. They need to pick this one up. PiTER, pressure starting to mount for FaceCrack. He does get tagged up just a little bit. 69 HP to just 5. 1 bullet is all it will take. He just hasn't quite connected it. 1 click of his mouse brings a round home for PiTER, and a big smile on his face with 3 frags under his belt.
Yeah, great job of him there in the back of sight, and that was crazy seeing towards connector with Waylander ducking under the man, jumping over him. Unfortunately, he wasn't able to pick up the kill, but FaceCracker able to really be the backbone for his team here. So keeping PiTER alive, 11-5, but now they won the pistol round first half. They lost the next round. And they're up against, well, a bought-up team. Tech 9s, P250s, head armor as well, and they cannot afford to lose this one.
No, sir, they cannot. But yet, I think G2 can take a risk. They have that little bit of a cushion. They have those 11 rounds, and you can see the execute is being lined up. This is G2's strategy. Fully buy, and a whole lot of smoke's about to rain in on A.
Oh, and they were out of position. PiTER, they didn't have the men here to back this up. No one in sight, and here we go. Spiro charging around the corner. Waylander picking up one, looking for a second. And Ron can't get it just yet. Goes back for the challenge and gets the kill. And now his waterfall's off to the side to pick up the kill. Now, look at that. Ninja's able to get the bomb down. And now 2-on-5. They've accomplished at least that. But it's going to be tough to hold on to this.
Yeah, Waterfalls takes 2, as does Wayland, the double W. That is a hard word to say, double W. Pick it up, and now that's just going to be a defuse and another round on a board for PiTER. It's going to start closing that gap, and the fact that G2 invested so much and didn't get a kill, yes, they got the bomb plant, it really was not worth the risk.
Yeah, and like I said before, they had PiTER caught off guard. They had one man actually back towards CT spawn, the restaurant window, and pushed really far up connector, and they were able to finally get there in time to hold off. The smoke seemed to have missed a little bit. The one in jungle actually wasn't covering that off completely, so they were able to get a nice little vision there, some good damage, and in the end, pick up the round. But 11-6, Gamers 2 aren't done just yet. P250s, and they're barely down this A side. Look at this, no one's even spotted them coming in just yet, and finally FaceCrack does get a little bit of information.
Yeah, and they finally get on the site. Wayland is just going to do what he did before, the round before. Same spot, same kill, takes down Spiro. He's looking for more. Bomb goes down, a great play from G2, as that's going to get punished by Wayland again in his second. Ministo shutting down another. It's back and forth. You can see that G2's side, they've done what they needed to do. They want to take something with them as Waylander gets another one. This guy's having no issue keeping that site safe. Finally, he missed with one, but I mean, this is a great CT defense. It cost them a lot though. Hooch, Waterfall, and it was actually Waylander falling at the end of that one. Bomb down as well. And Gamers 2, they did better without the buy than they did with it.
Yeah, and the thing is right now, is that importantly, they've been able to get the bomb down twice in the first 3 rounds. And look on the side of PiTER, they got the bomb down twice in the entirety of the first half.
That's a big deal.
Yeah, so we're kind of really struggling here. Actually, not twice the entire time, but it was diffused twice. But they're really struggling and finally able to pick up some momentum, picking up 3 rounds straight. Let's see if they can keep this momentum up here. They do have the auto sniper. They do have the op in the hands of Waterfalls. And Minius looks like he will be challenging for their team as well.
So he's got the AWP in hand, and he's going to try and find a route into the A site. You can see PiTER not going to give him anything. They realise there's a potential for an AWP. It does actually reveal his location in Palace. And Royalty not quite going to be picking up any kills just yet.
I like their adaptation, though, realizing that Waylander, playing that spot every round here so far, trying to get maybe a cheeky peek onto him and open things up towards A. But Gamers 2 taking their time, do have that 5-round lead. The bomb slowly making its way towards A, and there's actually no one really watching middle here. Yeah, Gamers 2 aren't really punishing that just yet.
That's insane. No one from either side really addressing middle, and I mean, that's more of a statement about PiTER, saying that they just kind of have clocked on. There's not going to be a G2 presence there. Instead, they stack their numbers where they need to. You can see that 3-2 split very heavily. 3 on A, which is going to be trying to sold out. You can see there's one member, it's actually Innocent, who's trying to sell this A fake.
We'll keep at least 2 people here while the push does come down towards that B side. Hoocher waiting to receive with that the auto sniper here in the back of side, but Ron picks up the kill on Ubik. Now looking for a kill maybe, but he's all by himself and he's trying to span through the smoke, but Ron's gonna get the bomb down. And now after plant situation, Spiro able to open things up, getting the kill into him, and now it's all on Waterfalls and FaceCrack, and this is gonna be tough.
This is no easy situation for Waterfalls and FaceCrack. I wouldn't be surprised if they want to just keep that all safe and sound. See, Innocent is on the prowl. FaceCrack takes him down though, and that's going to be a tough one for him to get away from. Spots out Rylan. Rylan's low. That could be another kill for him as he's trying to back away from this one. Waterfalls is definitely not going to be fighting or facing for this one. As the time's going to tick away, and that's going to be another round for the T side as they perform so very well pushing onto that side. Waterfalls actually picking up Spiro in the meantime. Game is 2-12, PiTER 7.
Yeah, Spiro was clearly not listening to TLC back in the day because he was chasing Waterfalls there, and he got paid the price. But either way, PiTER saving the guns. It's 12-7 in favor of Gamers 2.
Oh, that was spicy, Jason. I like that one. As we're going to be going into this one. Of course, this is the offline qualifiers. In the wise words of TLC, no scrubs allowed. As we go into this, let's see what Waterfalls has got for us. Heading toward mid-window. There is a smoke to obscure his vision. He's not going to be able to find anything just yet. I say that. Oh, Minius challenges and succeeds. Great play from him. There's now 5-4. And that is a shot you cannot afford to miss. Wow, Waterfalls is going to be kicking himself.
And look at that, Waylander able to secure a kill on Innocent, though, who's been kind of flanking quite a bit here towards the day site. And that does tie things up here for Peace. And Minius now working towards Palace. Can he get the peek on towards Waylander and connector this time? He's denied it from smoke last time, but Waylander, fantastic shots by him. He's really stepping up here in the second half.
Yeah, he's really bringing it when it matters. You can see him on the scoreboard. I mean, he has a huge amount of frags. 17. Below him is his buddy FaceCrack with 11. So big discrepancy there. Oh, 2 quick frags in 2 quick seconds. Malzino trying to respond and does. And now suddenly, the last man standing, they know where he is. They have to just wait this one out. 46 seconds for this man to try and make something happen for his team. Looks like he's going to try for it, or at least cut the CT's resources down a little bit. But it looks like they're going to, I mean, they're not going to give him an inch because they know he has the potential to take a mile. Flash and smoke coming out. He wants to try and push on towards the site. Gets one onto Face Crack. That's going to be the CT threat down. And now the bomb too. And all of a sudden, Hooch and Ubik, they have to go hunting.
He could pull this off. I mean, he very well could. 28 HP is more than enough with that AK if he can just pick up that first frag on whoever's going to challenge him. But now sitting toward Tetris. I'm not sure if they're coming from his behind. But now making their way into towards side. Hoocher and Ubik looking for that last man. And will be a free kill for Mouse on a Hoocher, and now it's Ubik who does secure the kill and keeps PiTER's hopes alive. And you know, right now I'm a little bit scared for Gamers too because momentum it's finally shifting in the hands of PiTER, and if they keep this pace up, they'll tie things up in just a few rounds.
Yeah, they're very strong on this CT side. You can see they've got confidence. The fact that they managed to hold on to a round that was slipping away pretty fast from them. Credit to Mouse though, did manage to get pretty close to that one. But 12-8, you're right. This, I mean, you could blink and suddenly PiTER could be level. So they need to be careful. Gamers 2 need to deal with this now. Waterfalls has opted for the AWP again, considering his shortcomings in that previous round, but they know they're going to be up against a very low economy Gamers 2.
Yeah, just a lot of Tech 9s, P250s in there, and I'm imagining G2 can place one very quickly here. Waterfall secures the first one through the smoke on a Sparrow. Maybe looking for number 2. Can't cut just yet, but Waylander comes in. He gets a second for Waterfalls, and Waylander and Waterfalls the double W's for the team, just securing most of the kills there, as B does get the last one. But 12-9. The comeback, I mean, I don't want to say it's real just yet, but it's definitely starting rolling down that hill.
I mean, yeah, really strong play from PiTER. They know what to expect in these. They've got a good eye on the Gamers 2 economy. They've got a good eye on how G2 are building their assault. And they seem to be dealing with it relatively well. Going into this one, looks like we might be seeing something a little different though.
And you've been pointing out Waylander. I mean, he's really been stepping up for his team. He's been locking down that connector, picking up so many frags. Now at 20 and 17, those 2 MVP stars. And look at there, again, transitioning, instead of going from connectors, you know, being readable, goes into Palace, catches him off guard, and now he gives PiTER the man advantage.
It's just that surprise. I mean, he's done it before. 41 frags in his game against Titan. Again, top of the scoreboard. We have ourselves a very strong up-and-coming player here.
And he actually had the highest headshot percent out of anyone so far in the tournament with 65%.
65%. Yeah. I mean, the guy is accurate. He's also smart. You can see already, just in this round alone, surprising them with that Palace push. And so now, 5-4. And the Gamers are starting to... The Gamers 2 are trying to set up for this execute on A.
Oh, that smoke coming in. I might just try to plant inside the smoke here, but Waylander, he's not getting smoked off just yet. The smoke should plume any second now. He gets 1 kill, though, and another headshot adding to his scoreboard. Gets a second, looking for number 3. He gets it as well, and he's shutting them down. Waterfalls gets the last one, and that would be a complete shutdown on that A site for PiTER. 12-10.
So incredibly strong. You can see that again, just to credit. Look at that hip fire. A great play from him as he picks up so many frags. And a great play to secure another round on the board for PiTER. 12-10 now, and they're just 2 around from equalizing. Gamers 2, a team that looks so strong on their CT half, all of a sudden, they're looking a bit shaky. And
Waylander's been so quiet in that first half, but he's thriving on the CT side. And we'll be an eco yet again here at Gamers 2 with just 3 smokes. We'll be going for that A hit with those P250s. But you just keep Waylander there, and they're going to just completely shut this down. But Gamers 2, they pulled off some pretty good rounds so far. But they need to do it yet again here. They need to get something going out of the last... Let me go and count these up really quick. 7 rounds. PiTER's been taking the last 6. And here we go. Waylander Molotov comes in to slow them down. And Waterfall secures the first.
Going for more, though. The T-side has made the way onto the side. It's actually Minius with the bomb. Does secure it, and that's a great play from the Gamers 2 player. And now looking to maybe catch off one around the CT area. It's actually going to be Face Crack lining something up. Actually going to get caught out. He does have a famous v pistol. Actually, pistol prevails. And now all of a sudden 4v3, maybe 4v2 by Waylander as he's just doing what he does best. Charging through the smoke, going to get another one. And all of a sudden it all falls to the man who got the bomb down. They're going to pick up another one. And PiTER, they're closing that gap so very well. We said they were good at Mirage. I think it's fair to say they're good at CT Mirage.
Yeah, they're getting more vocal too. And, you know, credit to Gamers 2. They got the bomb down. They're going to have some money coming in for this next one. As you see, the AKs bought up across the board here. And Hoocher, I mean, he's got 7,700 money. You know, he's sticking with the FAMAS. That's interesting.
I think we're going to be seeing a double AWP sometime soon. As already, you can see Minius is, I mean, he's not been thrown off by that Waylander push to Palace. He's doing the same thing he does before. But look at this stack. It's essentially a 1v1 over on A at the moment.
Yeah, they're just playing for those retakes here, unless Waylander gets those 4 frags kind of thing. Can't really count on those every time, but you know, he's been really locking down this connector side. That's one of the vulnerable points of that A site here. And Waterfalls, he's going to get the shot on a Sparrow. That opens things up, gives them an advantage. And now Gamers 2 have to rethink their strategy this round.
Yeah, I think they're realizing that, wow, Waterfalls can be anywhere.
You can see, like, they're playing so much more comfortable. They're getting more aggressive and picking up these kills. They're getting so aggressive here. They're catching out Gamers 2. And the push, it's going to come towards A. And This is going to be rough. This is going to be very tough here. Ubeek here, Waylander off to the side. And they're going to smoke them out. Oh. Just waiting for it. And they I think they stopped the jungle smoke with that one. That's going to give Ubeek complete control of this A side if you can just get the nice corners.
And here he goes. They're going to be pushing in. Actually, Mouse opens up onto Ubeek. That's a big frag. As FaceCrack trying to do the same thing again, trying to retake Hooch is there as well for him. It's a 3v3. And the bomb does go down, so now time ticking away for the CT side. PiTER, no, they're on the clock. Opting for the M4 as he tries to take this one back. One in Ninja. FaceCrack probably not going to check it just yet. Just take one in Sandwich. Looking for the second. Not going to happen as Innocent does equalize. Health bar not too healthy for Hooch.
Oh, they're not checking it.
It's going for it. Oh, dearie me. Great hidden spot from him. G2 get another round. It's been a long time coming, but they do get to that 13 under their belt. And now just 3 rounds away from securing this one, but PiTER are not going to let that one slip away.
Yeah, not at all. Not. They've been banking up so much money from these rounds, they can fully buy back up again, and that's something that Gamers 2 has to really kind of keep in mind. Yeah, they won the round, but they didn't really hinder the economy here out of PiTER just yet. But they do have an op in the hand, Minius on Gamers 2 side, and Waterfalls. He's getting aggressive in Palace. He wants to shut this push down from before it even happens.
Yeah, he knows at least one member from G2 does it every single time. He's got his eyes on the pillar. Not sure if Rallen wants to give it to him just yet, and you can just count the seconds until he reveals his location. Rallen, patience prevails. They're backing away. Waterfalls is going to smoke it away, though. As now Minis in mid, not going to find anything. It seems such a contrast. These two T sides have been completely different, as we saw such a huge kind of weight put onto that mid control. G2 now realizing that PiTER, they just let them have it, as they just trust Waylander's play from Connector. There is a man in underpass, though. Spearo could perhaps get caught out here.
You can see they transition things up a little bit towards the A site. Instead of keeping basically one man there and one man in Connector, they're actually being a little bit more aggressive, keeping that man in shadow or on top of a porch there to try to challenge out in a Palace right away, not giving that control. And with this Waylander going to spot out Innocent, does get the kill, but gets him down so low on health, and he's going to be able to back away from here. Not to mention buy some time with the Incendiary Grenade. Picks up one, looking for a second, he gets it! And he is looking to shut down this push, he does! And now Spearo, the last man alive, over towards middle, and a 1-on-5.
Through the fire and flames, you can see 3 frags picked up, and now all onto Spearo. And he's surely going to go down. He does. That's 4. Waylander, so incredibly strong. What is the score now? He's sitting on 30. It's the 30 bomb, ladies and gentlemen. Big play from the Russian player, and I mean, this is 13-12. This is close.
And it's the same thing happening again. Like when the T side picks up a round, they can't secure a second in a row. And I mean, you can't predict Waylander just taking 4 kills like that, just completely catching them off guard and getting that momentum going. And PiTER, honestly, credit to them. I mean, I know when I play and I get that kind of score in the first half, I get really down on myself and my team, but they are really staying focused. They're staying calm, and they realize that, you know, if we lose this game, we're out. This is their chance to get into the main qualifier, or the main event, sorry. I
mean, it's so strange to think just 4 rounds potentially decide the fate of a team. It's insanity in this offline qualifier. And you're right, we are going to be having a quick pause, but another thing that's kind of playing on my mind, I'm thinking about this. This is a team with 2 subs.
Very true.
Whenever I hear that or even see that, I think, okay, 2 substitutes, that should be a team that are no way near the caliber that they were with the 5 players. But it seems to be the case.
Yeah, I mean, they're really experienced players. It's not like they're just coming out of the blue and joining the team. You have Ubeek, you know, former DAT player. You have Hooch, former Virtus Pro player way back in the day. So they have a lot of experience. They're still playing really well. But they are really hammering things home. And I wonder, you know, is it going to stay this way come the main event if they qualify? Will they stick with this lineup kind of thing?
That's a really interesting question. Of course, it's JemQA and Spiller who are not here, and it's going to be, I mean, that's a question that we'll address when we come to it. Because at the moment, right now, we just need to highlight how well these 2 players, Ubeek and Hooch, are, of course, those subs. And, I mean, on the scoreboard, Hooch is at the bottom of the scoreboard, 8-16. Ubeek in the center, 14. And, I mean, credit to Hooch. He does seem to be, he's not necessarily an in-game leader, but he's just enjoying his time here. And that's a real necessity to enjoy the offline events. Because if you start putting too much pressure on yourself, you start getting down. If you start tilting, especially when you're offline, your team starts tilting. And so he's been good. He's managing to keep his spirits up. And we're just going to be waiting. I think we saw a PiTER member stand up. I assume it's something over there.
Yeah, I think... just trying to check who actually the pause was. It was out of PiTER, so yeah, just trying to take in their time here, maybe figuring out what is to go wrong. Actually, no, sorry, it's Innocent who paused initially. Maybe talk things over, you know, realize this momentum, it's completely shifted out of our hands. We can't secure back-to-back rounds, and it's looking very similar to that first half. But credit where it's due for PiTER. I mean, I don't want to keep, you know, really building them up, but Waylander has really been the backbone for their team so far. You know, where previously FaceCrack was kind of the second man to go to, it's been really going over to Waterfalls, I have to say, just because he's been in the right position at the right time. He's being aggressive with Waylander, switching positions every once in a while, and catching gamers to off guard. They're not being predictable like they were against Titan.
Yeah, and this is, we've already said, you know, there are there's only 4 rounds to determine which team is going to be advancing and having another shot at getting into the main Katowice event. One team is going to be saying goodbye at the end of this one, and Waterfalls, to have pushes like that, we saw him getting super aggressive on B with the AWP. To have confidence like that, pushing up to Palace. I mean, he's doing these pushes when everything is on the line for his team, and it just says that he's confident, and PiTER are ready to get back into this one.
Yeah, you saw Waylander on the left-hand side of your screen right there, and he's just looking focused, and he knows the game is in his hands. But down 1 round here, they could tie things up, equalize it finally, but we're coming into a save round here for Gamers 2, Eco. They are pushing towards B, a couple P250s, a couple of Tech 9s. They do have a smoke and a flash to make their way into the site, but it's going to be rough, and actually starting to transition over towards A, maybe.
Thinking about it, Waterfalls this time for the first time. Oh, I think he got a glimpse.
Yep.
I think he saw it. Nade's going to be coming out. That's going to be taking them down a big chunk. You see Rallen down to 40. Waylander low, trying to do the best he can. Throws down the incendiary to get them lower as he can. There's spray coming in as well. Face crack Waterfalls. Waylander even tickling the toes of Mouse as he goes down. And now Innocent and Rallen, the last 2 remain. Yeah,
and they finally kind of capitalize off of Waylander, be in that position almost every round now. But Waterfalls maybe looking for Rallen off to the side. With 18 HP, trying to secure another kill here, but look at that, coming in from the side. From CPL, Innocent picks up the kill, and that allows Rallen to maybe rotate around, and more importantly, pick up a gun.
Let's see what they can find here. I mean, Rallen has managed to pick up the AWP, and that gives him a little bit of playmaking potential. I feel like maybe they just want to take that into the next round. I don't know whether PiTER are going to let them, though. As you can see, Hooch holding that angle, not letting Rallen retreat, forcing him to basically face. And talking of face crack is the one holding the angle. He's just going to walk slowly but surely into the crosshair. There should be a free frag. I say that, though, he just starts away at the wrong time. Suddenly, Rallen has potential. He did only have an AWP, though, so that's not the easiest one to pick up. As Innocent possibly going to meet a similar fate. He does. And another round now on the board as PiTER equalize.
Wow, great job by them. They are really pulling this one home right now. And you know, FaceCrack just kind of in a high-pressure situation, picking up those kills. I mean, yeah, they really have guns, but still to kind of stay calm, stay collected, and secure another round to tie things. That's what they needed to, what we needed to do, and what they pulled off. But now in round number 27 here, Gamers 2, they need something going. And it looks like it might come in towards A. Innocent charging straight up, trying to challenge.
Yeah, it looks like FaceCrack's not going to face at all. He's just going to let Waylander know, hey, it's time to do it again. Try and rinse and repeat what you did before. This time doesn't connect onto Palace. Suddenly, he's already spent 6 of his magazine, and he's going to try and do something now as the bomber Rudy goes down. Pressure now ticking onto PiTER, as is the clock. Just looking for more. FaceCrack just backing away, waiting for his teammates to try and retake this side. The smokes and nades are aplenty, as Mal's just sitting in sandwich. Waiting this one out. They're going to come all at once. There's Waylander first to fall, and they're just going to keep pushing.
Oh, it's going to be rough. Mouse to secure at least a kill, but Innocent picks up 2 more right there and gives a chance here from the side of Gamers 2. Secures the last, and you can see the sigh of relief on his face, just realizing we won that round. We're back in this round number 14. 1 more to go for a guaranteed overtime or guaranteed tie. And Gamers 2 on the board. 14-13, get that lead back in their own hands.
This is a big one for PiTER. They want to keep that 15 away for as long as they possibly can. And going into this one, they have the money to spend. We see Waterfalls with the AWP. See if he's going to do anything kind of surprising. He likes to do it during these important rounds, come catch G2 off guard, and he's not going to do it just
yet. Wow, they changed things up. They're kind of taking advantage of PiTER here. There's a 3-man stack towards B last time, a 3-man stack towards A, and they're rushing straight towards this B side. They're looking for the catch on someone. Hoocher, way to receive. He can't secure a kill just yet, and Spiro comes up big, gets it, shuts him down, and now that opens up this B side for the plan.
This bomb site is wide open. Waterfall's the only man really in a position to do that. I say that. Waylander picks up 1. Now Rallen down and out of the equation. Breaks his legs as he hits the stairs, and he's now down. It's now a 4-2, and Waterfalls, he wants to do something with this AWP. I think he realizes all hope is lost, and now all of a sudden it's just on to FaceCrack. He's going to have to back away, and Gamers 2 have secured round 15.
Oh, that is so unfortunate for them right there. Getting the kill on himself, falling to his death, and right now this is going to be Gamers 2 securing their 15th round. FaceCrack, he's not going to save this gun, and that will be match point coming up here for Gamers 2.
PiTER.
We have to see it again. That hurts. That hurts to watch. That hurts to have it happen if you're on the team, and if not, more importantly, if you're the player. But here we go. Potentially final round, number 29 here. And Gamers 2 need this round to advance. PiTER needs this to keep their hopes alive.
Deep breath from the Russian side. Everything is on the line. They could very well be going home in just 1 minute time. As here comes G2.
They're doing it again.
It worked
so
before.
aggressive.
They're going to do it again.
He's the only man to defend. Hoocher, he's got 4 people charging straight into him. He's looking for the up to the side, but Mintz picks up the kill, and now we have to play for the after plant again. Waylander finally secures one, looking for the second back towards bench, but he can't get Innocent down. Just he does secure the kill with the headshot. Keeping that 65% headshot rate alive, and Ubik secures another. They're looking to take this into the last round of this game, and now Spiro and Miles, the last 2 going.
We asked for a close game, and it couldn't be closer. Spiro and Miles now remaining 2 to find.
Oh!
Waylander another. This guy cannot be stopped. He's not. I say that. Miles takes him down, and a whole lot of Miles. It's a 1v3. Does have some flame in a bottle, as he's going to try and find something. And it looks like he's going to have a hard time doing it. Time ticking away. 49 seconds. Ubik ends it, and PiTER, they show us how to retake the site. It looked like all was lost. Hooch was just alone on the bomb site, but they retake, they secure 14, and they bring it into the last round of this game.
Now, I have to say, Waylander redeemed himself there from that last round, from falling to his death. It would pick up so many kills in such a clutch situation. But here we go. Final round of normal play. Round number 30. And Spiro only has a Tech 9 in his hands, but they do have the armor. They do have some nades here to work with. But you saw the little pause they took. They changed up their strategy. They started being more aggressive, catching them off guard. But PiTER has adapted. And now he's trying to push maybe towards Palace. He's not being challenged anymore, as you can see. But there's still 2 men in sight waiting to receive him if he does push.
It's a big if. They've got so much time to play with, but both teams know just how much is on the line. And they're just going to take their time. Spiro is not going to make that Tech 9 cost him too much. He's going to hold the angle close. In the meantime, you can see that 3-2 split. Ubik and Hooch are the players over towards that B site. And I mean, G2, it's worked for them once. It hasn't in the previous round. Looks like they're going to try for it again. It's
a 3-man stack, though, towards A with Waterfalls, Face, and Waylander won't be able to rotate quick enough, but they have set smokes. They have set flashes here, and they're putting all their money onto this push. They're trying to secure themselves a spot, play against Titan later on. There go the smokes, the push coming in, the rotates coming in as well. Hoocher coming in from Katowice, Ubik in the back of sight, and he's got to go big here.
These are the frags that matter the most. Ubik, you need to pick these ones up. Pressure mounting. Hooch doing the great job already. Nade landing into the pocket of Ubik. It means that dream is dead for him. Now 4v4, and the bomb is going down.
There we go, Hoocher. Oh, he gets some good damage on his Spiro. You're going to push to the side, looking for the man inside B halls, and he doesn't get it. Mouse does secure the kill, but Waylander has been able to return on Spiro. He's pushing in towards bench, maybe looking for this man towards Van, maybe looking for the 2 men in towards B halls, and he's going to push right to Van. He gets the kill. A nice little flick comes in, going for the jump shot. Can't secure it just yet, but the bomb is taken away.
Well, the T side, they just have to sit and wait, keep their eye on the clock, listen to the beeps. Waterfalls, though, he connects with the AWP. All of a sudden, falls the shot of the mouse. They get it. PiTER, they're going to overtime. They couldn't have made it any closer, but the Russians roar as they advance into overtime.
What is with PiTER in overtime? Just phenomenal play at the end right there. We had 3 kills coming for Waylander, but the key kill was Waterfalls getting the man inside B halls, allowing for Waylander to jump on top of that barrel and secure the kill. And into overtime now, things are just getting more rough for both these teams. Remember, on T side, both these teams struggled. Both these teams really had a hard time getting anything going, getting any back-to-back rounds. Only team to do that was Gamers 2 in such a clutch situation. But can this momentum that PiTER built up stick with them? They're going to be on the CT side here for the start of this overtime. And Gamers 2, I mean, they need a second to talk things over.
37 frags.
Wow.
37. He got 41 in that quadruple overtime against Titan. We haven't even hit overtime yet, and he's at 37.
Well, the second closest person to him is at 18. He's had double the kills of the second closest person on his team, and he's just leaps and bounds beyond ahead of Gamers 2, with the top fragger being 25 for Innocent. But the countdown started here. Overtime's going to be kicking off here, Alex. Like you said, it's been close games all day, and it's not stopping anytime soon. 15-15, MR3. One team's going home, one team's staying around. Neither find out.
And neither wants to give it up without a fight. You can see as we're going into our first overtime. I'm not going to rule out a second after
or a
PiTER.
third.
Yeah, or a third. It'd be impressive if we can beat 4, as we've already had that today. And so going into this one, we see something different from Waterfall straight off the bat.
Yeah, trying to maybe kind of catch him off guard towards A here, since they have been aggressive. But Waylander picks the first kill on Minius inside Palace. They do punish him yet again. And this is what Waylander did so well against Maniac, against Titan. Every time towards B, he was able to win on those 1v1s when he pushed aggressively. And now he's going to punish him even more. Looking for Innocent here. This is the first time he's pushed this far. And he's going to get the kill. He's looking for maybe a second if he does commit to it. But that's off to a strong start for PiTER.
Looking for the 40. Not going to find it just yet as Waterfall snatches that frag away from him. And now Miles and Ralan, the 2 remaining home side.
He's everywhere.
I mean, every time we cut to him, he's about to find another player. This time it's going to be Miles. Surely not going to pick that one up. Nope. The dream not quite being realized just yet for him. As now Miles and Ralan looking to pick them apart. Miles gets another.
A 2-man team doing work so far. Miles securing 2. Ralan needs to get on the board. to help out his teammate, but he's in towards Palace. Face crack tucked in neatly on site. Waiting for that push to come in, but 40 seconds to go on the clock. Nope, smokes to work with here on the side of Gamers too, so they just got to go with raw aim, and Mouse secures a third.
This is just getting a bit dangerous, bit hot for their heels as they're going to try and back away. Nade coming in as well, trying to find Hooch as he's just going to dart away from that one, and now 27 seconds on the clock. They haven't got the bomb down just yet. It is in the hands of Rallen though, so they have that going for them, but they're taking their time. They know there's a CT around that jungle area, and they just gotta push it. Mouse walks into the crosshair, it's one, bomb's gonna go down, but Rallen, he's doing it in a pretty dangerous spot, as he's surely gonna get caught out. He is, and Hooch, he secures first round, he's got a smile on his face, and PiTER, they start as they ended the previous game. Well, previous game,
that was still intense, so that was too close for comfort. I mean, just the fact that Mouse picked up those 3 kills, those 3 entry frags based off raw aim. Unfortunately, it wasn't enough in the end, but Hoocher right there really coming up big for his team. Remember, he's one of the stand-ins for their team, coming from Virtus Pro way back in the day, really helping step up, really keeping the momentum or the energy of the team alive. And right now, down 1 round here. First time PiTER's been able to take a lead since the very first round to kick off the game with the pistol. And let's see if they can keep some momentum going. Let's see if Gamers 2, more importantly though, can fight back.
Let's see their response to this one. See full AKs and full smokes as well picked up from G2. And I mean, let's not forget that what was working for them, or I mean, I'm kind of quotation marking here. I mean, working for them was that B execute. They were pushing on to B. It was applying some sort of pressure that PiTER perhaps weren't ready for. And it looks like they're going to do exactly the same thing over on the A site. They're trying something different. They know that it threw PiTER initially. And look at FaceCrack's positioning. I think he's kind of...
Waylander shoved the middle. He knows they're not there. He might catch up the one man over towards T-spawn, and as an innocent waiting for the rotate, he hears him going, and now FaceCrack able to open things up. They're going to get the kill in the back. No! He fluffs the shot. Waylander's still alive, but he has so little HP. He's looking for the chase, and he will finally drop to Innocent. But they still bomb down inside. They actually try to smoke it off, try to go for the plant inside of it, but they've been shut down, and now there's another kill coming up for Hoocher.
He's going to try and maybe go for a defuse. They're so detached from the site. Gamers 2, perhaps maybe making this more difficult than it needs to be. All of a sudden, they're trying to pick up a frag, and they pick up 3! Oh, dearie me, Waterfalls, what have you got for us? Minis and Innocent trying to do something. Oh, he gets another! All of a sudden, it's just one man. He connects with the pistol as well! Oh my god, I could not have gone any higher there as we see Minis pick up the frag. Oh, down to the wire. And Waterfalls put an AWP in his hands, and he is a god.
Yeah, great play by Gamers right there. Great job to get the bomb down inside the smoke, and luckily it just got down in time before he was picked off. A good attempt out of PiTER here, but Gamers 2 looking strong, tying things up yet again, 16-16, and now the last round of our first overtime for now.
Our first half of our first overtime.
Yeah, first half of overtime, sorry. And Waterfalls, oh my gosh, I swear, like he felt that bullet screaming across his leg. And yes, oh, he's looking for the, oh, he sees him. He sees just the side of him. He's waiting for him to peek out a little bit further.
Oh, the flash just maybe obscuring his aim enough, as they did try and boost up, trying to find him over the smoke. Instead, though, Spiro opens up. That's first blood drawn, and it's onto, couldn't have been a better target. Waylander now taken out of this round, and in this MR3, well, in every game here in the best of one format, every kill, every round is so vital to your survival. Of course, this is a battle of the survivors. One team is going home after this one. And now Mowers looks to be setting up for an execute on A.
All right, they do have a couple of smokes to work with, 3. But Waterfalls, though, with this op in hand, over towards Jung. He's waiting for that peek out of Rallen. And this would be such an instrumental frag for them. If he can shut down this push, shut down this pressure, he spots him crossing, doesn't get the shot just yet. But he's not being smoked off, and I imagine they're coming in any second now, being flashed out, being forced back. And he needs this shot. The team has started to work their way through. He gets it onto Rallen, and that has opened things up for them. And look at this man, Hoocher getting so aggressive, charging straight into him. He's not going to get the kill. He gets the dink, but Mouse shuts him down, and Waterfall secures a second.
There's a waterfall in the jungle that gets the 2, and he's going to pick up another one. Face crack onto him. It's a 2v2 now. Made 2v1. Another man falls. It's Minius behind the frag, and now all onto Ubik's shoulders as another round could potentially be picked up by G2.
15 seconds to go, Ubik, that's it, he gets the kill. The bomb's still up though, he's gonna run away. He's gonna go back towards jungle, play from a different angle here. But now, 10 seconds left, the bomb will get planted. And this round is so important for PiTER. They struggled on that T side, they need this last CT round. And it's all on Ubik's shoulders, slowly working his way in. And they don't know where each other are, and Minius pushing to seat spawn. He now knows, like, he's not there. He's coming from somewhere else. He's gotta be towards character or jungle, and he's trying to flame him out, trying to smoke him out inside of Ninja. And Minius, he busts the first shot.
It's AWP v AWP, but of course the time is ticking away from Ubik.
Oh my god, is he committing?
Oh my god, Minius needs to find him fast. He actually fakes it out. I thought he was holding it. And now still, Minius is back in the driving seat. Ubik kind of hasn't got the defuse. Minius, perfect, precise play as the AWP v AWP is won out by the Polish player. And that's going to be another round now on the board for G2. As that one just close out.
17-16, oof. And like we were saying before, PiTER struggled on that T side. Both teams really struggled, but to secure 2 in the first half of overtime for Gamers 2 is phenomenal. But now they need to win 2 more to give themselves a spot a little bit further in the tournament and to send PiTER home.
Let's not forget how poorly PiTER played on T side at the start of this. Like it was not the PiTER that we saw on CT side. So going into this, they have to do something different. They need to surprise G2 because G2 CT side was so very strong. And I need to point that out. 2 auto snipers. It worked for them with 1. They're going for something
gotta be twice
special.
as good, right?
Twice as good if the math checks out.
Oh, Sparrow to spot the man over towards Knockoff, gets a shot on the Waylander. And that opens things up a little bit, gives them that man advantage that they're looking for. Oh, look, he's trying to boost in the window, but Innocent's waiting. He's looking for the kill. He does get it on a Hoocher. And now it's 5-on-3. PiTER are falling 1 by 1. And one thing that was so predictable about them is the way they played in middle every single time, sending Facecracker and Hoocher towards underpass almost every single round, it seemed. And Gamers 2 haven't forgot.
No, they haven't just yet. There's 3 PiTER members remain. Of course, Waterfalls does remain. Waylander has been taken out, so that double W combo. I'm going to have to stop trying to say that, because I'm going to be here for this round. Waterfalls, though, opens up onto Innocent. Suddenly, it's not a 5-man Polish squad. His face cracked, just going to be throwing some fire out as well, trying to make this push onto way as painful or as unpainful as possible. Another pickup onto Mouse. Suddenly it's a 3v3, and this isn't over for PiTER.
Yeah, Rollin, who's so instrumental with the outsniper before on that CT side, but gets shut down. The bomb, though, look where it is. It's back towards T-spawn. They have to run, go get it, get back towards site, and hope that Sparrow doesn't pick up this 1v1 onto Waterfalls.
Get back towards site. Which site? They've got the time. 26 seconds. They need to get a wiggle on if they want to get to either of these sites now. And Waterfalls is going to walk into Minions' crosshair. It's a 2v2. Orp and Scar in the hands of the CT side.
Oh, they think it's B because the bomb was back towards T-spawn. This is perfect. They're going to catch him off guard. They're going to get the bomb down here, and Sparrow and Minions, they have to stop this.
PiTER have accidentally played a better game without realizing. They managed to leave that bomb at site. It's forced them to re-rotate. Now Sparrow going to get caught out most likely. He does. Facecrack picks up that one, and PiTER playing, or sorry, I should say G2 playing into the hands of PiTER here. Now, 1v2. He wants to try and retake this. Nate's going to connect, but Ubeak says no as he picks up another, and PiTER straight off the bat show us they've still got some fight in them.
And they got some strategies, which I'm pretty sure they'll say after the game. They meant to leave it there, meant to fake him out, since the bomb wasn't spotted. But getting back in the board here, securing a round that they really struggled to do, at least in the gun runs alone on that T side. But tied back up 17-17. They need more rounds than this to keep their hopes alive. Maybe even get further. But the double auto sniper, that was such an investment, and the op. That's so much money spent. And if Gamers 2 don't win this round cleanly, they're going to be hurting for this final round.
That's a big deal already. You can see PiTER, they maybe have a little bit more of a spring in their step after that round. They're just desperately trying to find a pick onto the side. Not going to see the aggressive CT play we've seen from Sparrow in the past. Oh, Waylander falling once. He's not going to fall for it a second time, and now he's considering pushing in towards Innocent. He knows Innocent likes to play around that window area of the smoke. He's going to completely obscure his vision as he darts away from that as best he can. And now PiTER, they're setting themselves up with the bomb in hands in the waterfall, perhaps for a push or an execute on towards Minius in B. Yeah,
they're looking for it. Innocent, he will rotate towards Kitchen, so they will have that second man there to defend against this, but all of PiTER on that minimap slowly closing on this B site. And Minius, he's trying to get the information, trying to just hop up, spot them coming into B halls just so they know. And look at that shot! Waterfalls gets the kill, and now they're going to have this site to themselves if they can maybe get this kill onto the man in Kitchen.
It's a maybe. Bomb needs to go down. Innocent's actually going aggressive.
He's challenging.
Whoa, and Ubeak punishes him straight off the bat. Another man down, and now all of a sudden, Mouse and Rallen, they have a mountain to climb. I don't think they're going to fancy it. They're going to have to back away. You already highlighted just how much they invested into the previous round. They've got nothing to work with here. And I mean, you can see Mouse, he hasn't even got his head armor for this one. He's just going to keep that M4 safe and look towards the next round.
All right, so PiTER now in prime position to win this game after this round. They need one more on the board.
They've been in this position before.
They have.
Titan just shook their heads.
They won 3-0 CT side on Cash in one of the overtimes, one of the 4 overtimes we had, and yet they couldn't get a single round on that T side. But maybe things have changed. Ubeak trying to go for the challenge, trying to maybe get the gun out of his hands, and Ron will clean up too, but they do get the gun out of Mouse's hand. And that will punish them a little bit more in terms of economy come into this final round of our first overtime.
It's our first overtime. Are we going to see a second Gamers 2? We'll answer that question. You can already see by that shaky buy that there is potential for this one to be secured by PiTER. This is going to be rough riding. And you can see PiTER, they're looking to set up for a big, deadly execute on that A site.
Yeah, PiTER, they haven't really been aggressive to these sites, like just kind of rushing in like we just saw Gamers 2 do towards the end of that second half. But either way, they do have smokes, flashes set up. They do have Waterfalls just watching a push towards B. And here we go, smokes coming in. 2 men waiting to receive, one towards Shadow, one towards back of sight. Let's see, can they open up these kills? Can they shut them down? Can Mouse, more importantly, stop this push coming in from Palace and turn around to help out towards Ramp?
The pressure is mounting for Gamers 2, and it gets crumbled already. One man down.
Oh
PiTER
my
one
gosh.
step towards it. Rallen is a great position to catch them out here, though, as the bomb goes down. Face crack with another. PiTER 3 frags away from a... They're taking it into a second overtime. He's going to come up behind a great play. Suddenly it's a 3v3. Jason, this could go either way.
They could. They do have a man in jungle. They do have a man towards A ramp. They're trying to go for the diffuser, but Waterfalls has perfect position. He spots him out. He misses the shot! No! That is not good for him, but luckily secures the second. And now it's all in the hands of Rowan. And PiTER looking to close this out. One more to go, and they will get it. Waterfall secures it, and PiTER are going to secure themselves a spot a little bit further on the tournament against Titan. And Gamers 2, unfortunately, are going to be going home.
It's going to be a rematch. Do not forget that quadruple overtime. Titan are going to be forced to face PiTER again, and I would bet my... I'm not going to bet anything, actually. I'm going to get held against me. That we're not going to see cash.
Oh, wow. Just, I mean, great play from both teams, nonetheless. I mean, fantastic CT sides, really showing how much, or how easy they can lock down those pushes. And, you know, credit to Gamers 2 to change things up, realizing, you know, what we're doing right now is not working. We need to be more aggressive. We need to kind of challenge them. And they were successful in it. But you can't take into account Waylander getting 40-plus kills at the end of regular time.
Oh, Waylander, a fragging machine, picking them up. It could have been just maybe seen as a bit of a kind of random entity with his first kills, his score against Titan, but he does it again. He shows to us that he is definitely a force to be reckoned with, and an individual player that I'm going to have my keen eye on as we progress through this tournament.
Yeah, I mean, and now Titan, I mean, they have to be a little bit scared coming into the next match for themselves. But, you know, going into the map vetoes, maybe change things up, like you said, probably not going to see Cash this time. But then again, last time it was left down to Cash and Cobble, and we saw Titan realize, well, you know, Cobble probably practiced by PiTER. Most likely, I think even all his casters agree that they're pressing Cobble, so they went for Cash, and maybe if the same thing happens, it's going to be a little rough for them, but still, credit to PiTER. Yeah. I mean, that was such a rough T-side to come back from.
I mean, yeah, they had 7 rounds. That is not a strong T-side by no regard. And I mean, Gamers 2, off the back of that, must have had something kind of a little bit of a spring in their step, thinking this is looking to be shaping up our way. They had the crowd behind them, and PiTER unfazed by that, especially when their hype man, Hooch, he was sitting on the bottom of the scoreboard. He wasn't doing particularly well for himself, but that didn't faze them. That didn't faze him. Yeah. And I think that was a huge reason behind their comeback. Fantastic comeback and a fantastic game.
Yeah, I kind of worry for teams, or for PiTER, because the fact you saw, when Waylander's playing well, he plays damn well. He was fantastic that game, but when he gets a little on tilt, he kind of falls off. But luckily, you know, the manager, credit to him, really keeping his energy up, really kind of, you know, it's okay, you know, you lost that one, just look to the next round. We can win this, and we can take things a little round further. But guys, for now, we're going to head to a little bit of a break here, but when we come back, we have more CSGO action coming your way. This is the ESL One Katowice offline qualifiers, and we'll see you in a few.